Scotchy, scotch, down in my belly. Peter picked up pickled peppers. No, I don't know. It's water. Just kidding. I love Anchorman. Shout out. Hey guys, I'm Jennifer Anderson. I am the star director of Radiant Rock Stars, Scentsy Family Group, and I am going to answer your questions today. So, in case you haven't noticed, I'm a completely normal human being, just like you, or maybe I'm a complete kook compared to you, who knows? But I wanted to show you that you can be yourself and just be you and still build an amazing Scentsy business. So, I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet for you, but I do want to answer your questions thoroughly and kind of tell you what you want to know about starting a Scentsy business, running a Scentsy business, etc. So I'll give you a tiny bit of background about me. I joined Scentsy about 4.5 years ago, kind of on a whim. My husband and I went to a charity benefit and we won a Scentsy basket, or they gave us this Scentsy basket as a gift, and there was a warmer in there and a brick. And I took it home, plugged it in. I had never seen Scentsy before, never been to a party, didn't know what it was. Plugged it in, fell in love, obviously. I was like, man, this is cool. Well, the woman like scattered her business cards all over that basket. I was like, okay, clearly this came from you. Thank you. But her website was on there, so I went to go check out her website. Well, I'm looking at it and just checking out to see like if they have other scents or whatever, because I wasn't too keen on that scent that I got. And I was with my husband and I said, hey, look, like you can sign up to do this or whatever. And I said, that might be kind of cool. I was brand new to the area, originally from Boston. My husband and I had just gotten married and I moved to Salem, Virginia, which is sort of like Mayberry. For me, it felt like the middle of nowhere, but I didn't really know anybody. It was just me and him, and he was pretty much my only friend, and that's it. So I thought maybe this might be a cool way for me to, one, make some extra cash. Just stuff, like to get my hair done and my nails done and shoes and like not have to really answer for it. And two, I thought it'd be a cool opportunity for me to maybe meet some people, because if I wanted to make this Scentsy thing work, like I'd have to go meet people, right? So I signed up on like the last day of November in 2010 and, just decided to have fun with it. So I had a little launch party with a very, very, very few people, like 4 people or something like that. And I reached out to my out-of-town friends and family and just said, hey, I'm doing this Scentsy thing. It's pretty cool. I think you might like these fragrances. And I reached shooting star in my first 15 days. And what that is that means you sell 500 in your first 15 days. And then I reached my second goal, which was Sensational Start Level 3. And that is a 70-day program that Scentsy has that I'll tell you about. But I reached the highest level in that, and it was all on sales alone. I had no recruits, no team members, really wasn't interested in doing that, just kind of wanted to make money. Sorry, I had a vinaigrette on my salad for lunch, and it's like killing my throat. So I did my first event, and randomly had people join my team, and I didn't even ask them to. Like, I did a log home show, and I met some people there, and I went home, and I was like, oh, these people signed up. Like, I met them at the log home. Like, I had no idea. I didn't even ask them. And I had like 5 recruits, like, all of a sudden out of nowhere. So I decided maybe I can look at this. My second month into Scentsy, the paycheck from that second month, I brought enough home to pay the mortgage. And so my husband was like, hey, that's kind of cool. Like, why don't you put a little more time and effort into this and see what you can do with it? So I started to pay more attention and really focus some time and energy into it. I promoted to director 9 months after I started my business. And that was after I attended my first convention, by the way. I went to convention in Fort Worth, Texas, and promoted to director the very next month. So definitely that was a huge, huge factor in that. But I promoted to director, and about 2 years later, promoted to star director, and here we are today. 4.5 years later, I've been on 5 free trips around the world. My husband's gotten to go to completely free, literally. We've been to the Dominican Republic, Whistler in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I've been to Cancun twice, and last summer we went to Athens and Mykonos, Greece. Amazing, completely amazing trip. And this summer we'll be going on a Royal Caribbean cruise for free. So this business has really turned into so much more than I ever expected it to be. It's, I didn't plan on this life, and I didn't plan on being this person. And in fact, I was the girl who, if you sent me a party invitation and I get it in the mail for like Pampered Chef or Mary Kay or, I don't know, whatever, name the trendiest, Origami Owl, 31, whatever. If you sent me an invitation, I'd be like, I don't want to go to that. No, thanks. It might go in the trash, or like I'd never RSVP, or I just like wouldn't go. I was totally not interested. And that was a concern of mine when I started my business. So what I want to tell you is that all of your concerns and your questions, completely normal. And just like Lauren Gibson said, if you didn't have those questions or concerns, like, you wouldn't really be interested, or you wouldn't really be doing your homework, or, something wouldn't be right. So it's a good thing that you have questions and concerns. Before I officially decided to sign up with Scentsy, I still had never been to a home party. I had never seen or smelled anything other than that one warmer and that one brick that I got. That's it. I just decided to go for it, but I did research the company like over and over. I read through the entire like policy handbook, which was a lot bigger and thicker at that time. So I did a lot of research too. So I totally get it, and I think that's good. So let me answer your questions, okay? So one of the first questions I have is from Rebecca. I'm not even going to try and say her last name. I'm totally going to botch it. Starts with a D. Something like witch at the end. My main concern is that there are just too many Scentsy consultants within my area. There are at least 6 on my Facebook list alone, so that makes me nervous. Totally get that. I will tell you that when I joined Scentsy, my consultant ID is in the 138,000 range. So I was consultant number 138,000 something. So the consultant IDs, I believe, are now in the 300,000s, maybe even 400,000s. We do not have that many active consultants currently. We have just over 120, 130,000 consultants, but that's literally worldwide. So, for example, in the state of Virginia, in the whole entire state, there's about 2,500 consultants. 2,500 consultants in the entire state is a ridiculously small amount. And just to prove that, I meet people every day who have never heard of Scentsy. Never. They have no idea what it is. So I wear a Scentsy shirt like every day, everywhere I go. This is one of them here. I always have catalogs and order forms on me and stuff like that. I meet people every day that have no idea what Scentsy is. So there's that. So there's still plenty of opportunity. The second thing is that a lot of people know a Scentsy consultant, but that Scentsy consultant may not be actively working her business. She may not be growing her business, he or she, and he or she may not even actually be a consultant anymore. Or if they are a consultant, they may just buy for themselves or buy for their family, whatever the case may be. I meet people all of the time who tell me, I love Scentsy. I used to have a consultant. I can't find a consultant anywhere. But great, I'm so glad I met you. And I'm like, great, I'll take good care of you. Sure, I'll be your consultant. Choose me, And so I'll just tell you, no matter how many people you think are in your area or in your circle, you can still be successful, and you will still meet people, if you choose to meet people that have no idea what Scentsy is, in creating opportunity. So there's that. The next thing, hearing about the pay, what's required as far as quotas and so on. Honestly, I don't know anything about what it takes to be a consultant, so anything you have to say would be helpful. No problem. Okay, so the pay. When you start out with Scentsy, you are an essential consultant, and everybody starts out there. You make 20% commission on all of your sales. So we use the term PRV, that means personal retail volume, and for the most part, $1 in sales is 1 PRV. The only time that's different would be for our charitable cause items, and the reason being is because we donate portions of the proceeds to an organization for charity. So this is our current charitable warmer. We do a new charity or we do a charitable cause every single catalog. This benefits the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So even though it costs $35, it might be 30 PRV. So that is true with our campus collection as well, because portions of the proceeds go back to the universities and their programs. So you get paid 20% commission on all of your PRV. And as soon as you hit your first $1,000 in sales, we call it lifetime sales, your first 1,000 PRV, you get an immediate promotion to certified consultant, and you start earning commission at 25% from there on out. So it's a permanent pay raise to 25%. You can never be demoted. You can never lose that. You can never go back down. And then to grow in the ranks from there, you need to start building your own team. And what that means is you are just saying, hey, I'm doing this Scentsy thing, and I would love for you to do it with me. So you sponsor other consultants into the business, you help them get started, help them grow, and you start to earn bonuses on your downline, anywhere from 2% to 9% of their wholesale volume. No, I don't want to go too in depth on our compensation plan, because if you're not looking at it or, like having it in front of you, I don't want to throw these random terms and numbers at you, but our wholesale volume, TWV and GWV, team wholesale volume and group wholesale volume, is 75% of retail, PRV. So you'll make anywhere from a 2% to a 9% bonus on your downline, depending on where they are at in their own businesses. Once you become a director, basically you can make about 35% commission on your own sales. And the way that you would do that is any month that you sell 2,000 PRV or more, and this is for anyone. So whether you're an essential consultant, director, lead, it doesn't matter. If you sell 2,000 PRV in a month, you get a 5% bonus for that month. So you make 30% commission, which is at least $600. So that's kind of fantastic. That's a nice chunk of change, and $2,000 a month is equivalent to about working 5 days a month, about 5 parties a month or so. So when you're at the director level, you earn a 9% bonus on your own wholesale number, so it equals out to about 35% commission on your sales, and so that can be really, really huge. So that's how we get paid. We get paid once a month on the 10th of each month, and it's for the previous month's sales. So, for example, I will get paid on April 10th for everything that happened in March. And that's that. What's required as far as quotas? So our quotas are very, very simple to achieve. It's 150 PRV once every 3 months. So 150 PRV is what we consider a party. So what I say is you got to have one party every 3 months. It can't be 50, 50, and 50 each month. It has to be 150 in 1 month. And basically, once you hit that 150 number, your 3-month period starts over. So every time you hit that 150, you have another 3 months until you have to do it again. In my opinion, it's very easy to do. That's one party every 3 months. I mean, seriously, some of you guys are doing that as hosts already. You're hosting a party once every 3 months. So if you did your own party once every 3 months, you've already met the minimums. And if you're using the products yourself, like between wax and laundry and shower gel and hand soap, room spray, car stuff, like it's very, very easy to achieve that 150 every 3 months. In addition, you'll have customers who get addicted to the wax, the laundry care, and all those other things, and so they'll be regular customers to keep your PRV going month after month, as long as you're taking good care of them. So that's the only quota that there is. That's the only requirement that there is to remain a consultant. my goal for everyone is to kind of hit a $500 in sales every month, just kind of like as a standard. If you don't do that, no big deal, but that's kind of what you want to shoot for and achieve is like a consistent 500 every month. And that would be 1 to 2 parties a month. Let's see. So I think it answered everything there. So there is no minimum each month. Ashley Sullivan said, if we don't meet it, does it come out of our pockets? Absolutely not. Scentsy will never take your commission from you. If you don't meet the 150 every 3 months, then your account just cancels. Nothing happens. You don't get charged. Like, you're just not a consultant anymore. And there's a 6-month waiting period until you can come back to sign up again. Let's see. Brittany Brown, do you have to have parties to do Scentsy? That makes me a bit nervous. Totally get it, girl. Remember what I said? Like, I didn't want to be that party girl. And if you sent me an invitation, I probably wouldn't come. So the answer is no, you don't have to do parties to do Scentsy. What's great is that if you just want to sell Scentsy and just put a bunch of orders together, you can submit it as a party and you can get hostess rewards on top of your commission. So that's kind of a cool piece about Scentsy. They let us double dip and we can host as many of our own parties as we want to all year. And when I say party, I literally mean $150 in orders. So they can come from anywhere. It doesn't matter who does them. You can put them all together and call it a party. And you'll get free shipping, and hostess rewards as well. So I love that. And then other ways to run your business outside of parties, of course, are we have an amazing thing called a basket party. It's Scentsy's version of like a catalog party, if you're familiar with that from another company. So these are called mini testers. It's a little bag like that. And some of you guys have probably hosted a basket party before. But they're these little tiny testers, and you can fit like 4 of them in the palm of your hand. And so you would give these to your hostess. It's this bag right here. You'd give them to your hostess with catalogs, order forms, maybe a couple of sample products like a plug-in warmer, a bar for them to use, a lotion, something to, that they can see like what the car stuff is. And your hostess goes around. She takes the testers to work, to church, to kids' ball games, the hair salon, wherever she goes, she collects orders and brings them back to you. So that is a super easy way to run your business if you want to do basket parties. Jessica Giggy, she is a crazy awesome rock star. And she's been with Scentsy almost 4 years, and she just hit $100,000 in lifetime sales. And you know what Jessica does? Basket parties. I think in 4 years, she's done maybe 2 home parties. They're not her thing, and that's okay. And you can run your business how you want to, which I love that about Scentsy. So they don't put a lot of restrictions on us. One of the core values is authenticity. So whether you want to be authentic and do home parties, which are fabulous, and I will say as a caveat to this, a home party is where people really do get to experience like the magic of Scentsy and kind of what happens, like how a fragrance can fill a space so well. They also get to see how simple it is to run a Scentsy business and to be a Scentsy consultant. So they kind of get a better idea of what happens, and people really get bought into the products when they're at a home party. So I will say that home parties are really the most effective way, but you can run an incredibly effective business without them too. So basket parties, home parties. Another thing is events. This is where I really flourish, to be honest with you. I do home parties whenever I can get them, and whenever they're available, I'll do them. I do basket parties as well, but my favorite thing to do is events. And by an event, I mean like a home show or a craft show or a women's show or a shopping thing, anything like that. So it would be set up in a civic center or something, for a weekend. I would go and set up a booth. I would have Scentsy products for sale, and I would meet new customers, sell my products, try and book parties, and try and get people interested in the business opportunity as well and sign them up as consultants. I like to do events because it just fits my personality well, and that's kind of my niche, and I can run my business however I want, and so that's what I do. Events are a great way to meet people outside of your circle, of course. It's a great way to, if you say, I don't really know anybody, events can be a fantastic way for you to do that. So even if it's something like asking your hair salon if you can come in and set up for a day with some display products, you can't actually have any cash and carry in a salon, but you could have some display products, try and meet people, talk to them about the business, take orders, book parties, things like that. Whether it's at a salon or a tanning place or a local boutique or your kid's school or your kid's gym, like if they do gymnastics or whatever. Lots of opportunities. Your local YMCA, churches do craft shows and things like that all the time. So I love to do events. That's my thing. And then the other option, some people do Facebook parties. I think Scentsy is an experiential product, and so it needs to really be experienced for people to want it. But if people are familiar with Scentsy and they want to just do a Facebook party and just place orders online, you can always do that. You can do fundraisers as well. Now, the way fundraisers work is that you partner with an organization and you commit to donating your commission or a percentage of your commission to that organization. So you'd make packets for them. They would go sell Scentsy, bring you the order forms, you submit them, deliver the products, and donate your commission. Now, here's what's cool about that. Your commission is a tax write-off when you're donating it. And then the other thing is maybe you are introduced to 20 brand new customers that you would have never met if it weren't for that fundraiser. So what's going to happen when they run out of wax, or when they need another fragrance for their car, or when their washer whiffs have run out and they're completely addicted like everybody I know and they need more. So that's a great opportunity for you to build your business right there too. Fundraisers are an amazing way to do that. So those are different ways you can build your business without doing parties. So no, you don't have to do parties. They make me a bit nervous too, and you know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. People have been to really bad parties. People, I'm sure that you've been to a party where you felt pressured to buy crap that you didn't really want, or they walked you through every page of the catalog because they didn't think you could read, or it's just, I've been to boring ones, and things that I just was uninspired and I didn't want to be there. I will say that Scentsy has changed that for me. Scentsy parties are fun. It's amazing what happens when people sit around fragrances and smell them. They start to say like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of grandma. Or, oh, remember the lake house we went to when we were kids in the summer? Like, it's fun. Fragrance evokes memories, and it's just a good time. And we can teach you how to play games to keep it fun and lighthearted. And if you are the consultant, well, there's no reason for it to be boring then, right? So Lindsay Lucas said, how do I keep from not buying for myself? What is the best way to get my stockpile started, and with which products? Lindsay, totally get this. If you are a Scentsy addict or a scentaholic or whatever you want to call yourself, and there are lots of us out there, you just have to be disciplined, to not buy things for yourself. What I do like to do, though, is I use host rewards often for my own products. So whether it be my laundry care or my own wax or whatever, I like to use things that I got for free and half price. So when I always host my own party every month because I have customers who order, and I'll put them together and make it a party. So I can use those hostess rewards to get products for myself to use. I also get hostess rewards to get products for sampling. So, if I'm making scent samples from wax, I can do that, or samples of washer whiffs or whatever. Also, as a side note, any products that you get for sampling are a tax write-off as well. What is the best way to get my stockpile started, and with which products? Okay, so like I said, again, host rewards. Now, another thing with fundraisers that I forgot to mention is that you get host rewards with fundraisers. So maybe you're donating your commission at that moment, But you have those extra customers that you can have for life if you take care of them. And then you also get hostess rewards from fundraisers. So people, if you have $1,000 fundraiser and you donate your commission, I mean, $150 in free product that is, and at least 4-5 half price items. So you can really, really rack up some stuff completely free that you can turn around and sell at full price. Or use it for sampling or whatever you want to do, or give it away at parties. And so with which products, bars always sell more than anything else. I would say for every warmer that I sell, I probably sell 18 to 24 bars, because we call warmers bar eating machines, and that's what they do. They eat bars, so people need more bars over and over and over again. So I have customers that buy a 6-pack of bars because they're buy 5, get 1 free. So they'll buy a 6-pack of bars for me every 4, 6, 8, 10 weeks. So always bars more than anything else. And when I first started with Scentsy, I was selling more night lights than anything else, the $20 ones. I think because of where Scentsy is at now and people kind of recognize the name, and even if they've never tried it, they may have heard of Scentsy or their friend has one or something, and so I think they're willing to spend more. These days I'm selling more lampshade warmers than anything else. So those are $40 a piece, and I'm selling more of those than anything. But often a nightlight is someone's sort of introduction to Scentsy. So they're willing to spend $25 on a nightlight in a bar. Once they love it and get comfortable with it, they're willing to spend more and get bigger warmers. So let's see. Stephanie Gentile, I have a tendency to be introverted. You're so cute. I love being with people, but it takes me a while to feel truly comfortable around others and be myself. Stephanie, I will let you in on a little secret. I am not an extrovert. I love being around people, and I can sell to anybody, and I can talk to people, no problem. But I also really love and value my alone time. My time to be introverted is kind of when I recharge. So I'm not fully extroverted and I'm not fully introverted. I think I'm what you call an omnivert or an ambivert. So I get it. It's okay to feel uncomfortable around people. What I would say is, honestly, it's about what you do with that comfort zone. So we talk a lot about getting outside of your comfort zone and pushing yourself. And so we call it the courage zone. I am not always comfortable when I approach someone about Scentsy. I am not always comfortable in a home party. I am not always comfortable if I'm asking someone to host a party for me. In fact, a lot of those times I'm very uncomfortable. But one thing I love about this business is that it doesn't keep me stagnant. It pushes me. It makes me be better. It makes me reach, and it makes me stretch myself, and it makes me do things that I didn't think I could do. And once I do them, and I have bravery in that moment and courage in that moment, and it works out, well, that just gives me courage to do it again and to keep trying again. If you're in direct sales, or if you want to build a business of any kind, you have to be okay with hearing the word no. You just have to. You just have to get used to it. When someone says no, remember, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to your product. And when someone says no to me, all I hear is not right now. Because I know that someday I will keep working on them, and I know that someday they will come around, whether it's to buy Scentsy or to host a party or to join. I know that someday that the opportunity or the product or the free stuff, for hosting will be for them. So I just hear not right now, and I think no big deal, and I move on. I find someone else because there's someone who's going to say yes. You just have to keep looking for that person. Putting myself out there has never been easy for me. What is the best way to let people know that you sell Scentsy without seeming pushy or desperate? Okay, so like I said, I wear a Scentsy shirt every day. For me, that's one of the easiest ways to let people know that I sell Scentsy. It's just on my shirt. And also, it kind of keeps me in check and makes me be nice everywhere I go. Because I'm representing my business. So it makes me be kind in the line if it's long, or at the bank, or if someone's complaining, like it makes me not get involved in that and just be kind, because I'm representing my business, you know? And not only that, but I'm representing you as my fellow teammates. I'm representing Scentsy as a whole. So that's an easy way for me to let people know that I sell Scentsy. Another thing that I like is samples. You know, if I go to Starbucks or I go out to eat, or my hairdresser, the nail salon, anywhere I go, I'm going to give the person behind the counter either a sample of our wax with a catalog, or a host brochure or a joint brochure or something, or a business card, and just let them know, like, you know what? And I don't ask them to buy anything in that moment. I just say, I brought this for you today. I brought you something. And sometimes they're like, what? You've never seen me before. But they're never like, you're weird. And even if they were, big deal. Walk away. I don't have to see you ever again. If I don't want to, I can go to another line. So you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. But that's what's kind of beautiful about this business, is that it does push you. It does stretch you, you know, and without those times of stretching and pushing and being courageous, you know, you don't grow, and you become stagnant and stale sometimes, and be, you know, I know you, Stephanie, specifically, and I know that you want more. You know, I know that you want to grow and change and flourish. And so, that's kind of what I say about that. The next question. Rebecca said, I feel like I'm about 75% sure I should just go for it. I've literally started to message you and ask what I needed to do, but then I chicken out. I'm afraid that it will be overwhelming with all the daily life stuff, but I know you guys stay crazy busy too, and you are succeeding at it. Okay, so Rebecca, and I know everyone else who has a busy life, Heather Pritchard as well said something about this. We have dozens and dozens of consultants who are super busy. Okay. Kristen Ingalls is a ridiculous rock star. She joined Scentsy last summer. She has a team of 20 consultants already. She's working her way to director. Well, she is a full-time nurse. She's a mother of 2 boys. She is extremely active on a board where she works. Her husband is a police officer and works shift work. So, I mean, just their schedule is crazy. She's got 2 young boys who are like in sports and in school, you know, just like craziness. And she's been a ridiculous rock star. Deshanta Pennell is someone I always think about too. Deshanta started this business. She is a single mom. She's a full-time nurse manager. So she's like not just a, you know, I mean, she's got like a team of people that she's responsible for. She's in school getting her master's degree, and she became a director, you know, while doing all that. And so I always talk about Deshanta. But listen, we all have things in our lives that require our time, that we're busy with. You can make it work. You know, that's one thing that's cool about this business, is you can choose to work a little, or you can choose to work a lot. It's up to you. Obviously, the more effort you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. But you can really work as little or as much as you want. You can run an incredibly successful business if you decided to devote 1 day a week to working your business, as in having a party or doing an event or something. If you chose to do 1 day a week, that would be 4 days a month. You could easily average anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 in sales from working 1 day a week. So you're looking at anywhere from, my brain is fried. So if you did $2,000 in sales, that'd be $600 in commission. And if you did $1,500, it'd be $375 in commission from working 1 day a week. And honestly, you are probably having a good time. You're probably sniffing Scentsy and drinking wine and hanging out with your friends and meeting new friends, and it's like literally that simple. So that would be if you committed to working 1 day a week. If you could commit more to it, or, one weeknight and then 2 weekends a month, or I'm going to work 2 days a month. I mean, it's really up to you. So you choose, you work it around your schedule, and that's what's beautiful about it. That's the authentic piece. That's the very low minimums, because Scentsy is for everybody. Scentsy business can work for anybody. Um, and then, of course, you can be sitting at home, Netflixing or hanging out with your family or whatever, and you can be taking orders on your phone or answering a question or posting to Facebook, what is current. I mean, anyone can do this, guys, for real. And the truth of the matter is, we devote time to whatever we deem is important. And so for me, having this income is extremely important. So I choose to devote a lot of time to it. And I want to become a superstar director, and I want Scentsy to be my family's main source of income. So yes, I do devote a lot of time to it. There are people, if you want to sell 150 every 3 months, that's fine. You're totally fine. You don't have to be like me. You can be however you want to be. So you can sell 500 a month or 1,000 a month or 2,000 a month or build a team. I mean, you can do whatever you want. That's what's beautiful about Scentsy. I don't think I could be a part of another company because I really think that the way Scentsy is structured, that it is for everybody. It works for everybody, no matter what phase of life you're in or how busy or unbusy you are or anything like that. Male, female, social strata, economic strata, like it's for everybody. A few more questions. Let's see. I hope I'm answering your questions properly. Just so, at least giving you the answers that you want to hear. Also, tax time. How does that work? So we get paid on a 1099, which means Scentsy does not take any taxes out. So if you earned more than $600 in the calendar year, you will get a 1099, which is in your Workstation, which is like our business hub online. You can print it out and go from there. Now, what's great about running a home-based business, let me preface this by saying consult a tax professional, because legally I'm not allowed to give you tax advice. So consult a tax professional. But there are a myriad of home-based business deductions that are a massive benefit to running a business from home. Whether it be home office deductions, mileage, cell phone bills. If you're meeting a girlfriend at Starbucks and talking about Scentsy, your Starbucks coffee is tax deductible. Printer paper, ink, pens, gifts, I mean, anything you buy for your business is a tax deduction. And there are a lot of other things that can really, really make it so you have to pay little in your taxes. So that's how that works. But I would encourage you again to work with a tax professional. Let's see. Bethany Joy. What do you do when you have to do a party? How do you know so much about the product? All right, so parties are pretty fluid. We can teach you, each person can teach you how they do theirs, but I would guess that pretty much everybody does theirs differently. So sometimes you can play a quick game. It can be as simple as putting out the testers and people smell them and place orders. I mean, you can really structure your party however you like to do it, and I like to do it depending on the crowd. So I really don't do two parties the same. So I don't really have a script or a spiel or anything like that. I'm sorry. But I kind of like get there and see what the crowd is like, if I feel like they might be into games or not into games, or if they're fun or if they're not so fun. I've had that. And I kind of just tailor it around the crowd and go with that. But it can be quick and easy. I like to keep my presentation to like 5 minutes. I'll play a quick game, and it's a game usually centered around getting more bookings. So they don't have any idea that they're like booking parties, because it's fun. It's like a game for them, but score, I just got 3 more parties from this party. They'll place orders, and I will upsell them into packages. I will talk to people about the business opportunities, stuff like that. How do you know so much about the product? That comes with time and a willingness to learn and a decision to be dedicated and an expert on your product. So we have a lot of FAQ documents about all of our products, where they're made, what they're made out of, our lifetime warranty, things like that. And that's up to you to read and learn those things and to get to know your products inside and out. I believe that knowledge is power. And so I think that the more you know about your product, the better salesperson you're going to be. Now, as a side note, I never consider myself a salesperson. I just view myself as sharing the products. Um, I'm like, here, this is how it works. And people are like, oh, that's cool. I love it. So I never like to use the term Scentsy sells itself because that implies that there's no effort required. And the fact of the matter is there is effort required. You do have to do something. You have to explain or get out there or try, you know. But what I feel like I'm doing is just sharing the product. Like I'm really just telling you how it works or answering your questions or showing you a fragrance that I think you might like based on what you told me. Um, and then people fall in love with the products because they really are the best quality. It really is the best fragrance delivery on the market. It really is the longest lasting, strongest, safest candle out there. Our laundry care really is life changing and mind blowing. Uh, so just by me sharing it with people, they want it. And I love Scentsy so much. And so for those of you who think like, I don't want to be pushy, I'm not a salesperson, look, I don't want to be pushy and I'm not really a salesperson either. But I love Scentsy, man. So why wouldn't Susie right here? You know what I mean? If I love it so much, I know she would too. I really believe that our products enhance people's lives. So when you can walk into a home that smells great, sometimes it can be like a little something for you. It can create an environment, it can evoke a memory. And so I want to be able to give that to people. So I just feel like I'm sharing products with them and just saying, this is awesome. You should try it. And it's not like that they really shouldn't try it. That's when I would feel like I'm being salesy, if like they really shouldn't try it or if it was crap and I was just like, hey, this is for you. But Scensy's not like that. Scentsy really is awesome and Scentsy really is for you and you really are going to like it. So I can be so confident because I know that people are going to love it. How hard is it to learn your workstation and how much time do you put into Scentsy in an average week? I think the workstation is extremely simple. That's one of our core values, simplicity. So I think that our workstation is simple. Our workstation is where you manage your business online, sort of like your own personal business hub. So your workstation is where you place orders for actual products. It's where you place orders for what we call the Scentsy family store, and those are business supplies like catalogs, order forms. You can buy shirts in there, pens. There's a lot of things you don't need in there. Okay, so you don't need to spend a ton of money in there, and be careful. It's not all necessary. So your Scentsy family store is in there. There is a resources tab and a training center in your workstation. Those are probably the two most valuable things in there. Your resources tab has literally every document known to man about Scentsy. If there's something you want to learn, it's either going to be in your resources tab or in your training center. When I started Scentsy, I didn't have a sponsor who was all up in my business or helping me or doing a launch party or anything like that. Everything I learned on my own. I learned through trial and error. I learned in the training center. I learned in the resources. And so I am not only a firm believer, but I am also living proof that everything you need, Scentsy gives you. So you don't have to have someone holding your hand through it. It's all about, do you want this to work or not? And are you going to be committed to it? So I think the workstation's pretty easy. How much time do you put into Scentsy in an average week? I am full-time Scentsy because that is my career and that's what I've chosen. But like I said, you can work 1 day a week, 2 days a week, couple hours. It's up to you. What I will say is that someone shared the idea of a power hour. If you can devote 1 hour per day to your business. And I kind of love that idea, but here's what that means. That means that hour is extremely focused and dedicated time to your business. So whether you are making follow-up calls to customers who might need more orders, you're trying to book parties, you're having a recruiting conversation with someone, you are in the training center learning about products or how to grow your business or how to do fundraisers, those are all ways to work your business. But I like to do in the power hour, I like to do what's called IPAs, income producing activities. So whether, literally making sales on the phone, or calling customers to get follow-up orders, things like that. But if you can devote an hour of cutout time to your business, and it can be in 15-minute increments, 4 times a day, or 30-minute increments here and there. I love what Amanda McGrew has been doing. She's been taking her lunch break from her daytime job and working her Scentsy business. She'll go to businesses and drop off samples and like check and see if they need. I mean, I just think that's amazing. It's a fabulous use of your time, and it's a way to kind of really be a good steward of the time that you're given. So if you can devote an hour a day of really concentrated, effectual, full of effort time to your business, then you can do some really awesome things. My husband's main concern is spending money we don't have into this and not getting the results that we are being told. Totally valid concern. And the reason it's valid is because you've probably seen people or consultants from other companies who've done that. So I know of several Mary Kay consultants who end up with thousands of dollars in product that they can't get rid of, and they no longer sell Mary Kay, and it's a big giant investment. I have seen people encourage people to take out loans to buy stock. That's crazy. I would never do that. You don't have to spend anything other than the $99 to start your business, in my opinion. So you get a website that's free for 3 months, and then after that, it's $10 a month. With the website, Scentsy maintains, updates it. People can shop online, and the product shipped directly to them. It never passes through your hands, and you still make commission on it. So not having to know any HTML code or worry about website. I mean, I don't know anything about that stuff. So, for me, it's worth the $10 to pay that people can shop online. And if you're going to run a business in 2015, you have to have a website. It is what it is. So $10 a month is worthy and well spent money, in my opinion, and again, a tax write-off. So you don't need to spend more money. You don't have to carry stock to run a Scentsy business. If you want to do events, you can build up your stock like we talked about earlier with fundraising, with host rewards, things like that. I am an events person, so I chose to invest money into my business to do events, and it's paid off really, really well. Of course, I do keep a stock. At this point, remember, I am 4.5 years in, so I didn't start this way. So the stock that I have now is not what I had when I started, and I did not go into debt ever ordering Scentsy products or building my business in any way. Why do people buy Scentsy when they could go to Walmart or Target and get them there? Just asking what my husband asked me. Totally valid question. Sure. So Walmart and Target do make what I like to call an imitation of Scentsy. Listen, I have customers that, say, oh, I can get it at Walmart. And I will tell them, I say, go ahead, go to Walmart. Try it. Because they come back to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I ever left you. Walmart products do not last long. So their fragrances, whether it's Better Homes and Gardens or Sensations, I don't know what they're called. I have so many customers who tell me they put it in and an hour later the fragrance is completely gone. Well, for us, each cube lasts at least 8 to 10 hours. That's kind of the textbook answer, but many of the fragrances last a whole lot longer than that. So I have a lot of customers that change their wax only once a week, and they use their warmer every day. I leave my warmers on 24/7. I never turn them off. And I change my wax typically every 2 to 3 days. Some fragrances I'll change every 4 days or so. But that's just 2 cubes at a time again. And so when people buy the wax in the buy 5 get 1 free package, it comes out to be $4.17 per bar. And that's for about 80 to 100 hours of fragrance. So with the Walmart bars, they're $2 or $3 a piece, but you get it's less ounces than a Scentsy bar, and it doesn't last as long. And also we can guarantee that all of our products are non-toxic. So that's kind of fantastic. There's no lead in our waxes. There's no junk in them. It's a very soft wax, so it's easy to clean out. And I know Walmart and Target waxes, people have a problem getting them out of the warmer. Like, it's really hard crap, you know. Also, all of our warmers come with lifetime warranties. So if anything were to ever go wrong with a person's warmer for life, Scentsy will replace it completely free. You don't get that with Walmart and Target. And if you look right on the boxes of their warmers, they literally say, do not leave on for more than 4 hours. Well, my Scentsy warmers have been on for like 2 years. So, and, you know, I don't really want something in my house that's like a fire hazard like that. Another great point that I love is that Scentsy warmers, you know, current ones, if you drop your dish, like the top part of your warmer, if you drop your dish and break it, you can just buy a replacement dish. You don't have to buy a whole new warmer. So that's kind of a cool feature too. Scentsy we sell light bulbs, of course. And our products are, they really just are the best. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to sell something that's like the second best or like kind of good or like just okay. Like, I want to sell the best thing on the market. Scentsy is innovative. Our warmers are made, so many of them by hand. Like, the artisanship and the skill and the craftsmanship that goes into making our warmers is unlike anything else out there. Walmart and Target don't do that. I'm just telling you right now. And we have videos of how our warmers are made. Some of them are on our Facebook page, and I can bump them up for you. But when you see how they're made, like, you'll see other companies just don't do that. So if anyone has ever tried other brands of whatever, they always end up coming back to me because our products are the best. And I can confidently say and sell that. So I love that. Heather Pritchard. So given you know how nuts my work life can be, plus baby and husband, I'm afraid I wouldn't have enough time to do much or to do well. Any ideas or thoughts? Yeah, just like I said, the power hour is like such a fantastic theory, and it works really well. If you can, you know, devote 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 15, 15, 15, 15, whatever you can do. If you can devote 2 days a month to working your business, most of us watch TV, or we're on Facebook, or we're wasting time doing something else. You know, those are all times that you can be working your business. So my dad always calls the television the great income depressor. And he's totally right, though. I mean, it doesn't really benefit us to watch television at all. Don't get me wrong. I like to, you know, Netflix it once in a while. But, you know, those are times that I could really be working my business and devoting time to growing my business that way. Also, is there a required number of new reps that you have to recruit to sell Scentsy? No. In fact, you don't have to recruit anyone if you don't want to. So you can, sorry, a little pop-up just came up here. Remind me later. You can just sell Scentsy forever and ever and ever. You don't ever have to recruit anyone if you don't want to. I agree with the earlier post about the number of reps that are already in the area. How does that work? Again, same thing I said up there. You will meet people all the time who never have any idea what Scentsy is, or abandoned customers, people who had a consultant at one point and now that consultant doesn't sell Scentsy anymore, or they moved out of the area, or they can't get a hold of them, or they never took care of them. So there's always opportunity everywhere you go. And to put it in perspective for you, so we have about 130,000 consultants. Other well-known companies that have been around, Scentsy is only 10 years old, so other well-known companies that have been around for years and years and years have consultant numbers in the millions. For example, Mary Kay. Consultant numbers in the millions, truly. And new people sign up to sell Mary Kay all the time. So with Scentsy only having, 130,000 consultants, massive opportunity. Massive opportunity. Velada, I don't even want to talk about how crazy that opportunity is. There's only 3,000 consultants in the whole entire world for that. So there's nothing but crazy opportunity with Scentsy. And because it's a consumable product, you're going to do fine. So those are the answers to your questions, kind of like an FAQ, and it was a whole lot longer than I anticipated, but I wanted to make sure I covered them thoroughly and was truthful and honest. So, guys, this business has been the most incredible blessing to my life, and I wouldn't be a part of it, and I wouldn't sell Scentsy if I didn't think it was for everybody. I don't want to be part of, an exclusive company that doesn't appeal to everybody and that the business opportunity isn't for everyone. I really think anyone can do this. You don't have to have any special skills. You don't have to drive a fancy car, wear a name tag, put heels on. You can be yourself. So our core values are simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. Simplicity, our lives are complicated, like we all know. So the fact that our business is simple is appealing to me. The fact that our products are simple, especially like warmers and wax. You plug it in, you turn it on, your house smells great. It's simple. All of our products are simple. So the business is simple, our products are simple, the workstation is simple, training is simple, and honestly, I think as far as your business goes, like parties and events and all that, the simpler the better. Don't get caught up in making all these, crazy things and doing what other people are doing. Like, you can be you can keep it simple, you can just use your starter kit, and you can build an amazing business. Authenticity, man, I love that because I am like nobody else, and I am me, and I am weird, and I am not a dress up kind of girl, and a lot of days I don't wear makeup, and my hair is on top of my head most of the time, and I make mistakes, and I sound funny, and I'm a goof, and I'm an introvert sometimes, and you know what? It all works. Like, it's all okay. I can be me. I can be totally me and comfortable with it, and not only is Scentsy cool with it, but so is my team. And you guys are awesome, by the way. I love you. But what's cool about the authenticity piece too is that I get to run my business the way it works for me. So I like to do events, so that's like the majority of my business. But if home parties are your thing, you can do it and rock it. You can kill basket parties like Jessica Giggy does. Fundraisers. Brittany Brown likes to grow her business using fundraisers. I mean, you guys, anything is possible. You can be yourself. You can run your business how you want, and it's perfect. And then the last thing is generosity. So Scentsy is generous in a charitable way. We have the Scentsy Family Foundation. They've donated over $2.5 million since its inception to different causes and organizations around the world. We have, if you're a director and above, your college-age child can apply for a $1,000 scholarship every year. We do the charitable cause product in our catalog every year. We've done the Ronald McDonald House, breast cancer research, Alzheimer's research. There's so many I can't even name them. Sunshine Kids. There's a lot. American Heart Association, Special Olympics. We've done a lot of really cool things, partnered with cool organizations. The Mission Continues and Wounded Warrior Project. So Scensy's generous that way. I think they're generous in the compensation plan. I think they're generous with allowing us to have free shipping. You guys, that's huge. I paid like crazy shipping, for being like ordering something from 31 or whatever. Like, I've paid a lot of shipping for that, Pampered Chef, anything. So I think that they give us free shipping is really nice and generous. I think they're generous with the host rewards. And they're generous, of course, with like, hello, free trips. What the heck? Like, I get to go on free trips I'm literally just building my business. Like, I'm just doing my job. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just doing exactly what you're supposed to do to build a successful business. And I'm going on free trips around the world every year. So simplicity, authenticity, generosity, it's what we're about. This year, our team specifically is focused on being brave. So it might take bravery and courage to get started in Scentsy, but you've got an amazing team of people supporting you. You've got people in your cheering section, and if you're determined and you have a goal and you have something you're working for, a cause, whether it's to move out or quit your job or have extra income or buy a car, save for vacation, college fund, whatever it is, if you've got a goal that means something to you, you're going to be successful and you're going to do really great. So I hope that you'll stay. We love having you guys as guests. There's about 2 weeks left for you to decide. And you can, of course, decide sooner and stay with us. And we'd love to teach you everything we know. So I hope that answers your questions. And if you have any more, please ask them, and I'll be happy to follow up for sure. But, mwah, bye.